Hello YouTube. Some of you may have seen my video on the unboxing of the Cooler Master Elite 431, actually 430 gaming case. And this is a computer I'm going to be using it on. Now, a little over a year and a half ago, I mentioned how I got this gaming computer case here for free. But I decided that I want something a little bit better because it is missing the front panel thing those hinges go to on the front. The side fan is making a lot of noise, and it's just kind of a flimsy case. It doesn't even look that good. And plus, since I'm upgrading a video card to a GTX 560 that I replaced with my 2012 build, I want a case that is of greater stability. And plus, I might be upgrading the power supply because this power supply is only 430 or 480 watt or something. So I want a case essentially of greater stability and reliability, and one that looks better. So I'm going to be making a video, primarily a time-lapse of me taking all the parts out of this case and then taking all those parts and putting them into my new case while replacing the video card in the process. So I'm going to go ahead and start the time-lapse of doing that now. Okay, so now all the parts have been taken out of the case, including the fan in the back and everything, except for actually the side fan. I just forgot about that, but that isn't really a big deal. So now I'm going to go ahead and make a time-lapse of taking all these parts and putting them into the new case. Apparently I forgot to press the record button. I haven't done much. I've only put the power supply into the other case, but right now I'm in the process of swapping out the CPU heatsinks between my 2009 gaming PC and this motherboard that I'm going to put into the case. I forgot to mention that earlier, because this is my Arctic 7 CPU cooler here, and I have this older yet bigger one that I want to put in my that I want to put into this computer because it doesn't fit my 2009 one. But anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and set off the time lapse here. Actually, I didn't miss much by forgetting to hit the record button, so I'll start that now. Okay, so pretty much everything's hooked up. The cable management's a little crappy, but I am using an IDE DVD drive, fairly old. Power supply is probably 5 or 6 years old, and a 4-year-old motherboard and stuff. So there are going to be a lot of cables just sitting around and stuff inside the case. You can't run any cables behind the motherboard or anything, so I really had to leave quite a few of them out. Although it doesn't look too terrible, I guess. That's actually pretty terrible to me, but there's really nothing I can do about it. I can't really wire it up any better, so whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video here and test it out in a minute to make sure this computer works. Okay, so it's all hooked up. Actually, I didn't hook up the audio or anything, but that doesn't really matter right now. It's hooked up enough so that I can test it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if it works. Okay, nothing exploded. That's good. That's good signs so far. Getting battery set up. Okay. Okay. Well, seems to at least power up and everything. Hold on. I don't know why I overclocked the CPU before. What I did. Okay. Everything appears to be at least powering up and working so far, so that's good. All I have to do now is let it boot up to Windows and install the driver for the GTX 560 video card, and then all should work perfectly well. So I'll go ahead and do a little bit of an update when all that's finished. Okay, so it is now much later. This computer has been running for several hours now, I'm currently putting games on and stuff from my my handy little external drive, but there is a problem with it, and that problem is that the power supply isn't quite big enough for complete stability, because well, I use Newegg's power supply calculator. By the way, this thing has an Intel Core Duo 3.16 GHz, 4 GB of DDR2 1066 MHz memory, which I can overclock to 1333 or even higher. I put an NVIDIA or EVGA GeForce, no, MSI GeForce, excuse me, GTX 560 video card in it, 320 gig SATA hard drive, and an IDE DVD writable. I used Newegg's power supply wattage calculator. It said that I would only need like a 400 or 410 watt power supply, and have a 480 in it, and it starts to fine everything, except that I took this fan here from my latest 2012 build that I had spare. It's kind of loud. I don't like them that much, but anyway, they're Thunderblade LED basic fans, and I looked at them, and they take 3.6 watts maximum, okay, which is nothing, out of 480. And unfortunately, when I plugged the fan in, the computer didn't start up. Like the fan would flash on and off, the computer would flash on and off, and just completely shut off altogether. So I'm glad I didn't damage anything, but that one fan, 3.6 watts, if even that, was completely keeping the computer from starting up at all. Clearly, this thing needs a bit more than 480 watts right when you hit the power button. And right now, without that fan, with a 5.6 watt difference, it works. I mean, it's kind of unsettling. So I might buy a $40 power supply that's 650 watt for this computer, and that will allow me to put a fan right there and another fan in there on the top, or anything if I want to, and even, you know, if I want to upgrade this in the future, putting more RAM in it or whatever, it'll be upgrade proof. So yeah, it just needs a new power supply. So that aside, though, everything's working fine. I should do a review on the case actually, which I might do in a separate video. But that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and see you later.